Hey guys, Buckethead here, and the votes are in. Turns out over half of you want to see a more in-depth playthrough of Into the Radius, which happens to be one of my favorite games on the Quest 2. So make sure to leave a like and subscribe so you don't miss another episode in this series. Now, just saying that the side quest Shovelware one lost the vote doesn't mean that it won't ever get featured. I'm just going to do this video first since that's what the people asked for.
Raise your hands above your head for identification.
Greetings, Explorer. This message is to remind you that you are the UNPSC field officer aiding our research of the Pechorsk radius anomaly.
Now, starting off here with the whole exposition thing. So if you don't know what Into the Radius is, basically your own version of the apocalypse, which takes place in, you guessed it, Russia. Because that's where literally every apocalyptic event takes place, because, what other country do we have? No, we can't do America. That's stupid. Oh, wait, they already did America. Well, they're stupid. Anyways, so this first little clip here is just me preparing all my supplies for going into the radius. I also ransacked the rest of the little area that I was at in the first little place you spawn in, just to get all the stuff like food, pistols, ammo, what have you, all that stuff. And eventually, once I was done packing, I decided to step foot into the radius for the first mission. So, starting off, pretty easy. The first two missions are normally the easiest. It's literally just going in, grabbing something, and getting out. Pretty simple, don't go very far. More of a tutorial than an introduction to the game, but I digress. Anyways, Into the Radius, very simple game in concept, however very complicated when trying to dive into it deeper. Simple game, shoot monsters, collect anomalies. But, under the surface, many different kinds of shit that you can do in this game. For example, you can sit in the bottom of a corn silo, or you can instead try and go on a massacre, killing every single enemy within a 10-mile radius. Or you could just be a little bitch and sit in the corner. But whatever playstyle you want, there's always a way to fit your needs. So that's one of the many reasons why I like Into the Radius, but we're not here to talk about that. So instead, I'll just talk about the very boring mission that I had. I went in and grabbed the watch. What else did you expect? Now, I know there is some story-driven point to getting the watch, and if you've seen that pale white girl over there, who just teleported behind me, she's probably an integral part of the story. Sometimes I punch her, but she just seems really loud and annoying. It kind of doesn't fit the atmosphere well, because you'd expect her to have a Russian accent, but instead she just is, white American. So, I just decided to uppercut and just go back home, where I can actually get started on a real challenge for once, even if that challenge is only the second mission. Now, upon returning, I just deposited my things inside the little checkout box and bought a few extra things, along realizing that I forgot that once you complete the first mission, a double-barrel shotgun actually spawns on top of your computer like any good American-made game would. So, decided to grab it and go back off with my new weapon, even if that weapon happens to be the most loudest and most inaccurate weapons in the entire game, but I was grateful for it. I also forgot to mention that I bought one of the best starter pistols that you can buy after really just completing the first mission, the TT-33, which is amazing made Russian-style M1911, essentially, which is what it's built after, and, copied off of, but TT-33 uses 7.62x25, which is the same type of ammo that the PPSH uses, making it more of a sniper pistol because of how fast the cartridge flies. It also does quite a lot of piercing damage, so it's really easy to take out the enemies in the first area of the radius. Now, probably don't want to hear me talk all this time, so I'll just cut to the beautiful ASMR landscape of Into the Radius. Now, if you're still not convinced that the double-barrel shotgun is bad, just look how many shots it takes for me to land a hit on the actual enemies. It's crazy how inaccurate this gun is at longer ranges, and it's, there's a reason why it's free. I'm just gonna say it right now. Now for the actual mission. The mission was to receive a super small yellow film roll, which was essentially used in old cameras. So, it was left at the car dealership for some reason, because, you know, you need to take pictures of cars, I guess. But instead of immediately going for the yellow film roll and getting out, I decided to be a little bit more extreme and go for this horrendous Glock that was sitting atop of a fuel tank. This thing looks like it was used to plunge a toilet. After grabbing the yellow film roll, I decided to, instead of making a break for it, eat something and loot the rest of the desks while showing you guys how terrifying the atmosphere of Into the Radius is. Cool. Yeah. Alright. That's not terrifying at all.
UNPSC Explorer number 159, log 04. Warning. Stay the hell away from those collapsed buildings. Under no circumstances should you enter one of those after the tide without heavy gear or a death wish. Spawn may be pesky and fragments and ripped flesh, but none of them coordinate like the mimics. These things think. Hell, at this point, I think these things are people. At least we...
There's Officer Friendly. And that was pretty much it for the mission. So eventually I decided to waltz back home, almost dead somehow from trying to get an anomaly that ended up being totally worthless because I couldn't even get to it in the first place. But that's about it for this video. If you want to see more episodes like this, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And if you want to see my other series, Side Quest Shovelware, also be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And also make sure you don't miss another community post for updates on my channel and news in my next video. Anyways, yeah. Bye. Hey, you made it to the outro. Thank you so much for watching the entirety of this video. I already said subscribe, so whatever. Yeah, have a nice day.